Japer, thank you for a 25 Hong Kong dollars. Any tips for killing or decreasing high-frequency prop wash? Pros and cons about TBS 915, ELRS 24, and if I should switch to ELRS 24, 500 hertz. High-frequency prop wash, I mean, ultimately, you're going to decrease filtering. You're going to have less filtering. You're going to have higher D-gain. That's the short version. Eventually, you'll get super hot motors, and there is a limit to how fast the motors can accelerate that you may be up against. So sometimes you might just want to switch to lower pitch props. If you have a higher pitch prop, that will smooth things out. You may want to switch to, it's tough because if you go to a bigger motor, it'll have more torque, but sometimes a bigger motor is less responsive because it has more mass. So it's a really fine balancing game when matching motor size to prop size. If you're on a 5-inch quad and you've got like a 2207.5 or a 2208 motor, you probably don't need a bigger motor. You probably have plenty of torque. But keep pushing the filter slider to the right to get less filtering and raise D-gain, and eventually your motors will be on fire, and that's basically as far as you can go. There is a limit to how far you can go based on the physical construction of your quad. Like at a certain point, there's just so much gyro noise that you can't go any further. And then last thing is, if you're getting prop wash, it is at least somewhat the fault of your flying. So it'd be like if I was driving a car and I said, every time I go around a corner, my tires squeal, right? My tires are squealing. What should I do? And like the back end gets loose. And you could say, well, you need more downforce. You need a wing to get more downforce. You need softer tires to get more grip. But actually, the answer is you need to stop slinging the car into the turn and jamming on the gas and breaking the rear end loose. You need to drive better. And if you have prop wash, to some degree, it's PID tuning, but to some degree, you need to stop flying in a way that brings out the prop wash. And when you see expert pilots like Mr. Steele, like Johnny FPV, I'm old. It's just like if I was saying my favorite musicians and I named bands from the 80s and the 90s, and you would go, you're so out of touch. But there you go. When you see your favorite freestyle pilots and they're butter smooth with no prop wash, that's some the PID tune, that's some the mechanical build, and that's some their piloting, and maybe that's the part that you're missing.